I'm Mark Stewart with more for those who care about the Constitution as it's operating in Connecticut, particularly the Second Amendment to the federal Constitution. I am candidate for governor, and I'm responding to a candidate questionnaire sent to me by the CCDL, and I think originated by the NRA. So, example or question 7 deserves comment. Would you support state legislation prohibiting an individual who has undergone a criminal background check from purchasing more than one firearm per month? Answer C. No, I would not support that legislation. Just accumulating weapons or ammunition doesn't in itself indicate that the use of the government force, remember, legislation against people is force, because ultimately, if you disobey, federal or state officials come at you with guns. They haul you away. If you resist, you are shot. So legislation needs to be extremely rare. Civil rights should be rarely curtailed, and the right to purchase weapons, use weapons peacefully is a civil right, damn it. Now, some felony people are not dangerous anyway, and to leave them undefended, that itself is a dereliction of state duty, okay? Maybe somebody feels that he needs to protect against thugs in his neighborhood and wants to show this is a heavily armed place. Buying 3 pieces of weaponry, buying lots of rounds of ammunition, I have no issue with. Now, I would encourage, however, private reporting of any individual who sees or is suddenly buying lots of stuff. Private reporting to maybe a neighbor, maybe a local police person, to see if there's more behind this, okay? And that doesn't mean search and seize, but it does mean neighbor, maybe even local constable, eyes open, ears alert, potentially reading emails. That's the civilian working with police to prevent against mayhem. I support that. The next question, the answer is actually similar. 8 says, would you support legislation restricting the type or amount of ammunition a law-abiding citizen can purchase? I remind people, the answer, no, I would oppose such legislation. Legislation is force. Until somebody does bad or is clearly plotting evil, we stay out. Citizen monitoring is not a bad thing. I do have a respect for privacy, but unless you want to live in the woods, privacy's out the window. Okay? I know this grates against some people's sense of personal privacy and even the Fourth Amendment, but remember, as much information as the government might start accumulating against you, Google, AT&T, Microsoft, Russia, they know just as much if they really want to. My prescription, don't do bad stuff. Don't cheat on your business partner. Don't defraud customers. Don't weasel out of commitments to your employees. Don't cheat on your wife. Being upstanding means less need to protect privacy. Number 11. The legislation repealing a state law that says if you fail to report the loss of theft of a firearm, you're doing something wrong if you knew or should have known about the loss of theft. Once again, legislation is a serious matter. You can't go whimsically just because you feel like something's awry, making laws that impinge people's rights. So even worse is this standard, knew or should have known. What does that mean? What does that mean if you're a 19-year-old versus a 39-year-old or an 89-year-old? The standard would be fluctuating. The prosecutor would have so much leeway to put some people on trial, keep some other people out. I don't like prosecutorial discretion to be way, way, way wide. I don't like more people entangled in the courts. This is a prescription for more and more people being put before tribunals when they shouldn't. Leave us alone. Answer is A. I support repealing this law. I'm Mark Stewart. More to come.